Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Tea with LonnieB. I am Dr. Kusimo, and I am here just to share with you the morning motivation to jumpstart your day, to kickstart your day, to push you out of the bed, to give you that little over the edge, just to get your day started in a positive direction and get you focused and grounded so that you can walk in the favor that God has for you and to be a blessing to others. So again, welcome to Morning Tea with LonnieB. I am Dr. Kusimo. I am your God's purpose pusher. Now, let's go ahead and get started for today. I'd like to say welcome to everyone who's on here. If you're on here and you're watching and you're not driving or you're not getting dressed, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the share button. Just share it to 3 people. Go ahead and let's share the word today. It is truly a blessing for each and every one of us to be able to have breath in our body and to be able to open our eyes, because that means that He gave us another chance and another opportunity to get it right on this side of the world. Now, I'd like to go ahead and say, give me my morning shout outs this morning. Let me see who's out here with me. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, my husband. Good morning, Aunt Betty. Good morning, Michelle. And to those who are watching on YouTube or you're watching in LinkedIn, I say to you, good morning. And guess what? You are beautiful, handsome, and gorgeous. You are smart, you're intelligent, and you are everything that God designed you to be for such a time as this. Now, let's go ahead and get started. I like to always do, if you all are new here, this is your first time, I want to keep our Black history alive. Not saying that any other history is not. All history is good, but I want to make sure that our history is not forgotten. So I have what's called Stay Black and Know the Facts. Stay Black and Know the Facts. On September the 28th, in 1868, in the fall of 1868, the town of Opelousas was the site of Louisiana's deadliest Reconstruction era massacre. Over the course of about 2 weeks, white citizens terrorized African Americans to suppress Black voter turnout in the upcoming election, killing an estimated 200 people and devastating the local community. That is today's Stay Black and Know the Facts. I didn't know that. I'm not sure if you did, but I did not know that that happened in Opelousas, and I actually have family in Opelousas. But it lets you know that we've come a long way, but in some areas we're still in the same place. So that's why it's important that we know where we come from, what our ancestors did, what they fought through, and whatever nationality you are. It's important that you know the foundation of who you are and how it was built, and it makes up the dynamics in the world in which we live today. And it ensures us, once we're educated, that we continue to progressively press forward to making our world a better place. That is your Stay Black and Know the Facts. Let's go ahead and get into this morning devotions. It is not from my husband. It's actually from Mr. Fajay this morning. His was very interesting to me when I got it yesterday. So I really want to focus on this one today. Good morning. How we experience life can be influenced by our past, our personality, and the ways we have learned to interpret life. This is why it's critical for us to evolve and not repeat past family failures. Because how you start life in your adolescent years can have an adverse or adverse impact on how you view and live life in your adult years. However, we have a choice about where we place our focus. I'm sure you know the classic saying that some will see the glass half empty and some will see the glass half full. Another way of saying this might be to ask, do you and I take our troubles to God? Or do you and I take God to our troubles? Never forget, God is a chain breaker and change maker. God is a chain breaker and a change maker. If our focus is only on the problem, then our search for is likely to be thwarted by multiple opinions focused on the issue alone. When we focus on who God is and ask for his help, our perspective begins to align with God's heart and ways. The gift we discover as we focus on God is that others who have also kept their focus on God are moving in the same direction with their own purpose. There's a high price to pay for misplaced focus. Our challenge is to develop the ability to look at what happened to us and choose how we respond to it going forward. You would be foolish not to align yourself with God's heart and will, with God's heart and will, and to move into your purpose to take the promised land. Always remember, the lack of God's purpose can result in a generation missing out on living in the promised land. I truly believe so many have been left behind because so few have looked ahead to build the foundation for the future family due to their socially economic struggles in the present and miss the promise because of their focus. I want to read that last sentence. I believe so many have been left behind because so few have looked ahead to build a foundation for the future family. Due to their socially economic struggles in the present, they miss the promise because of their focus. That's a deep statement because that is truly the society that we're living in. That's truly the times that we're living in. We're continuing the legacy of our ancestors, but we're continuing it with trying to shift with the times, shift with the ways of the world, technology, IT, everything's instant, that we're forgetting the grassroots, the foundation that built us, that was built on solid, because we're focusing on trying to make sure that we have the future taken care of, that we're forgetting of the promise of now. I'll give you a prime example. All of us go to work, and we go to work, and we get insurance. And when we get insurance, we get 401k. Back in the day, they had matching, right? They had a pension. We were working for the future, forgetting how to live in the now. We were working for the future, and we were forgetting how to live in the now. And that is so many of us today. We're working for something to pay off things. And this has been a revelation to me since I've been here in the UAE. Because here's the reality, everyone. You only have today. You only have the second. You don't even have the minute. You don't have the hour. You don't have the week, the month, the day, the year. None of that is promised. The only thing is promised is the second. Every second that you breathe. That's all that's promised to us in the now. So why do we stress ourselves? Why do we strain ourselves mentally, physically, and emotionally? And we're always working on things for the future. I'm working hard overtime so I can go on a trip next year. Next year? Who's to say you're going to be here next year? Who's to say? Nothing is promised. Or that 401k, that pension. Oh, well, if something happens to me, because what's the first thing an insurance agent says to you? And insurance agents, I love y'all, but what's the first thing it says? Are you prepared? Have you prepared for your loved ones to be able to take care of the household needs that you leave behind? It's dead. I'm dead. Who cares? Enjoy life. Enjoy life. Enjoy what God has given you in the moment. If all of us are honest and we're on this line and we're watching this and you really just stop for a moment and think and say, am I really working for today or am I working for tomorrow? I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a good steward of your money. You shouldn't plan and prepare. But what I am saying is that it should not consume us. It should not control us. And we have gotten to that place that it has. We really, really have. And so I encourage each and one of us today. It's Thursday. Friday Eve. Friday's coming. If you are a person who has been living very extremely frugal and you don't do things that you have desired to do, I encourage you this weekend, take one thing that you desire to do for you. Mamas, I know that's hard for us because we put ourselves last for everybody else. But I am going to challenge us that this weekend, one thing, I don't care if it's sleep in the bed an extra hour. I don't care if it's you get up and you take yourself to breakfast, or you cook breakfast, or you go gardening. Do something that gives you internal life, that enhances your internal life. Because I promise you, here's the harsh reality. If you worry about work, you worry about your kids, you worry about your family, we all go to funerals every time. And what happens? We mourn the loss, we take the chicken dinner to the house, we go to the wake, we help in whatever fashion that God has ordained us to help. We bury the loved one, and it's before they're even in the ground and turn cold, we're back to the regular program. It's not going to change when you and I go. So enjoy your life today. Make the best of it. Remember, the only thing we have that's guaranteed is the second, nothing else. So make the most of it. And when you make the most of it, look at the glass half full, not empty. Get rid of the woe it's me. It's woe all of us. It's hot. So we're all in the woe phase. Just enjoy life and make the best of it. And I promise you, you'll wake up stress-free, a little less stress-free, and you'll realize that, you know what, the things that you were worrying about, when you pressed pause on them, when you press playback, it's still going to be the same situation. So nothing will change. But the things that you can change is yourself. So that is all I have today. That is what I wanted to share today. You all know that I am all about taking care of yourself, being positive, breathing life into the atmosphere, blowing life into the atmosphere, and inhaling the life, the same energy that you give out. If it doesn't match, shift the atmosphere. So until tomorrow, you won't have me tomorrow. It's Thursday, Friday Eve. Tomorrow you get my husband, Manny Cush, on Refreshing Word. We're not doing an hour. We're actually reducing it to 30 minutes because of the time difference. And we're going to every other week. If you know the work standards here, my husband works a lot. He works 6 days a week and then he does the show. So we're reducing a lot of that, and he needs to actually replenish and rejuvenate his body. So that's a decision that we have made. So he'll be live tomorrow. 30 minutes is all you get, so don't tip in late. But we love you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, the only thing that you can control are your own controllables. Until tomorrow, when you see my husband, smile. You owe it to yourself. No one does it better than you. Bye for now.